Good evening. Welcome to In Our Community. My name is John Waller, your host tonight, and we are going to focus tonight on the Peninsulaires, which are a barbershop-style music choir, and my guests tonight are Sean Abel, Jerry Wong, Andy Maurer, and David Menestrina. Welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
My first question goes to Sean. Sean, who are the Peninsulaires?
Well, we're a barbershop chorus of about 35 men. We meet and sing each Thursday evening. We rehearse. We do several performances, and are in the community quite a bit.
Awesome, great. Jerry, what is the history of the organization?
The Peninsulaires have been around for quite a while. It's one of the oldest chapters in the area. They were chartered in 1948. And if you ask some of the old-timers what they're known for their outlandish antics. They've done some things in contests that were ruled illegal in the following years.
Give me an example of something illegal that Sean and the other guy, the old-timers did.
Well, some of the older-timers did this. They dressed in army suits and they jogged into the theater in between the aisles. And, you know, that was, by the time that they got onto the stage, they created such an uproar. It was a natural thing for them to stand out. It was thought to be kind of an unfair advantage. That was one of the things that they did. Back then, it was innovation. They had a certain amount of Silicon Valley attitude. We have a certain amount of Silicon Valley attitude today, you know, just perfectionism.
That's great. That's awesome. Great story. People love stories. Stories to spend time. Stories are great. Andy, what in your mind makes barbershop-style music unique?
Well, so first off, barbershop is an a cappella style of music, so we have no accompaniment. It is just the men singing that provides the music. Secondly, it's a four-part harmony where the melody is sung on the second highest part instead of the highest part. Usually the melody will be sung by the highest voice in the chorus. So those are the major things that differentiates it from other styles of music.
Awesome, cool. Thank you. Sean, tell me about the competition you guys just had recently.
Well, it's the district competition, and it was in Mesa, Arizona, which is quite a distance. I think 26 of the members went to that. Not everybody was able to go, and we scored pretty well. We scored at the B level. That's what we're working at. We're trying to move those scores up. We had qualified by another contest earlier in the spring, which is the divisional contest, and at that contest we won the Plateau 2A Chorus Northwest Division title.
Awesome. I bet the audience would love to see and hear some of what you guys do. Let's go ahead and cue that up.
Only a kid, clever and
Oh, that is so cool. David, how did you hear about this? How did you first learn about this, and how would somebody get involved?
Yeah, you can get involved just by coming to our rehearsals every Thursday nights and just check us out. I personally got involved. I was dating a beautiful, wonderful woman, and I decided I wanted to propose to her. So I hired a barbershop quartet, sang with them, and they said, "Why don't you come by?" So I did, and then we're married now. So.
Oh my God, that's a great story. That is so cool. Wow, I've never even heard of that. That's amazing. Sean, where do you guys perform at?
Well, we perform at different places. We just had the video we watched just a minute ago. The song was called "Do You Remember When?" It was one of our contest pieces, and it opened our show that we performed actually at the place we rehearse, which is the First United Methodist Church in Sunnyvale on Old San Francisco Road, 535 Old San Francisco Road. And sometimes we perform other places. Our last spring show was in Redwood City, and our next spring show is April 23rd, and that'll be at San Jose City College, the theater there.
Cool. How long does that show typically run?
About 2 hours. You know, we try to target it with intermission between an hour and 40 minutes and 2 hours. Try to keep it under that 2 hour mark.
So you'd be actually singing for an hour and 40 to 2 hours of singing?
Well, it's us and the chapter quartets, and we usually have a guest quartet. In fact, our last guest quartet was a group called Spellbound, and one of the members in that quartet is in our chorus, and a couple of the other guys sing other places in the greater Bay Area, one from Santa Rosa, in fact.
Awesome. Cool. Excuse me, Jerry, here's a question that some of the members in the audience might be thinking about that are interested in maybe in joining, and a lot of people like myself don't read music. Do you have to read music to be a member?
No, you definitely don't have to read music. In fact, it'd be surprising how much that is not necessary. We have learning tracks, so there's a lot of significant members that learn by ear. And even if you do read music, a lot of people do learn by ear as well. And once you have it memorized, then that's when a lot of the real work begins. And so that's only useful for the first maybe 20% of crafting a song. The memorization is that portion. And then once you're beyond that, then we work on the fine-tuning portions, which is the lion's share of the work.
Awesome, great answer. So that you don't have to be able to read music to be a valuable member.
That's
awesome.
Correct.
Cool. Andy, how did you first discover this, and how long have you been doing it?
So I have been a member of the Peninsulaires for about 3 years now. I've loved singing my whole life. I've been in my high school chorus, college choruses, church choruses, but a coworker of mine had been a member of the Peninsulaires previously, and he recommended that I stop by and check it out. So I did just one night, and it's just so much fun that I just stuck with it immediately. So been here ever since.
Is there a cost involved to be a member?
Yeah, there is a cost for membership. The Barbershop Harmony Society is an international organization, and a lot of the funds for that organization come from its membership. And the chapter itself runs different events and brings in different coaches to help us improve in singing and other things like that. And those things are funded partially with member dues as well.
Okay. Do you guys have events that you have events like car washes or things that would fund?
So we have 3 major events that also help fund. We have Valentine's Day, so we have quartets that for a reasonable fee will come sing to your sweetheart and bring a rose with them as well. So that's a really fun time. Goes over very well. We also have our spring shows, which tend to be more of a formal theater style show. And then we have our fall cabarets, which are in the fall, as I mentioned, and those are much more of a more informal setting where we serve either an ice cream social in the afternoon or a dinner in the evening.
Cool. Awesome, thank you. David, What intrigues you most about being part of this? What do you like most about it?
Well, I think the thing is, for me, I've always been kind of a like a shower singer, but nothing really professional. And I think this really gives me a chance to come in and learn from all these great singers here, and knowledgeable singers as well. They really know how to train your voice, and so I think I'm getting a lot out of that. And yeah, I think it helps that I can sing to my sweetheart as well. So
that's a great story. Sean, how did you first get started in this, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, I started actually in 1989, and I was living in St. Joseph, Missouri. And I sang with the chorus there called the Pony Expressman Chorus. They've changed names since then, but that was a really cool name for a group where the Pony Express started. And I just sang as I moved around in different teaching positions. I just sang with different choruses in different places because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them in California. So if you're really from out of the area, check it out. Go to the Barbershop Harmony Society website, and you can search for a place to sing, within whatever of where you live.
Would you say, from a business standpoint, is it a great way to network with other people that are part of it? Because people all work. They all work, obviously, who are members.
I think there's some of that, but it's more of a social singing society rather than a business networking society. There was a story that that's been told for a long time. I'm not sure it's true, about a guy that went in for surgery and he's laying there on the table getting prepped, and he looks up, and the anesthesiologist is the guy that stood by him on the risers. He had no idea what the guy did for a living. He was just the guy he sang with on whatever night they met.
Did he start singing to him as he was laying there getting ready?
I don't, the story didn't quite go that far, but it kind of shows that it's about the singing. And yeah, we talk about our work and our business and so forth, but usually just as it applies to what we're doing and how we can be better.
That's awesome. That's a great story. Jerry, how did you get started in this, and what attracts you to, intrigues you about it?
Well, I got started with it because I was always interested in barbershop, and it was on my bucket list as one of the things that I wanted to pick up eventually. The opportunity happened much earlier than retirement, and I decided to go with it. And so that's how I got involved with it. And what intrigues me about it is I like harmony. I'm involved with music. I'm also involved with audio engineering. That's my trade. And so the harmonies of barbershop, it's fascinating. It comes from an era of American music where things were very complex, that brought us ragtime, Dixieland, jazz, and barbershop. And so it's fascinating for somebody that wants to get into why harmonies do the things that they do, and some of the dark arts of what we do is. Like, for instance, it's four guys singing, it can sound like five voices.
That's awesome. That's cool. Thank you. Let's go ahead and listen to some more of what you guys do every week and what you guys do in competition. I'm totally intrigued. Let's let the audience see and hear some more of what you guys do as a chorus.
Little girl of mine with eyes of shining blue, little girl of mine, I love you. Yes, I do. No one else could be so sweet, so sweet. You have made my life complete, so complete.
Sean, question for you. Do you guys have different parts when there's all of you together and you're all singing? Are there different parts like in a play, like when you're learning it, like you would sing different words and then Jerry would sing different words and it all comes together? Is that how it works?
No, it's really a homophonic style, which means that for the most part, everybody sings the same words and at the same time, but with different notes to create chords.
Oh, okay.
Generally in barbershop, it's a 4-part chord, so there's 4 different notes. Occasionally, it's a 3-part chord, but most of them are 7th chords, which gives barbershop its characteristic sound. And in fact, one type of 7th chord, it's permeated the entire music culture, and they call it a barbershop 7th chord because it's such a hallmark of the style. And the guys will tell you that when we're having trouble tuning that particular chord, I'm like, guys, it's a barbershop 7th chord. That's kind of our thing. and they're chuckling over there because that's it. And even in music theory classes in college, people will call that a barbershop style 7th chord.
Got it. Now, are you a teacher by trade?
I have been a teacher. Currently, I'm a dean of humanities and social sciences at San Jose City College.
Well, that's close enough for government work, right? Being a dean and a teacher. Okay.
Yeah, I taught music before I became a dean.
Awesome. Okay. David, what's your background? I heard you talking about you rode here on your bike from work. What kind of work do you do?
Yeah, I'm a software engineer. I work here in Mountain View. You can probably guess what big company I work for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got 2 G's in it, maybe?
Yep.
Okay.
2 G's and 2 O's.
Cool. So what do you do software engineer, what kind of stuff do you do that you can talk about?
Yeah, you mean within software engineering? Yeah, I work on the ads database. So basically if you search on Google and then you see some ads on the side, it's those ads are coming from our database.
Awesome, cool. Andy, how about you? What kind of work do you do?
So I'm a software engineer as well. Surprise, surprise, software engineers in Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah.
I work up in Foster City on video games. So I get to have a lot of fun at work and the chorus. So.
Do you sing to yourself when you're working?
I try not to. It's a little disruptive. I do on occasion. I catch myself humming along to whatever I'm listening to.
Awesome. That's cool. Jerry, you mentioned that you were like in audio. Are you still working?
I'm audio engineer, but I'm also do software as well.
Wow.
So I designed audio test equipment for IBM for 12 years. And then after that, I did some intellectual property, some design of some compression algorithms for audio, and then did some audio stuff for, I was a lead audio engineer for Kindle Fire for Amazon.
Cool.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
New product.
And maybe it's the first time some of these guys have heard those stories, but I am. So.
That's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sean, are any of the members of Peninsulaires professional singers?
I don't believe so. As I'm just thinking through the chorus, I know there's a guy that's a retired truck driver, a whole bunch of engineers, some retired teachers. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure what everyone does. I know one guy's in real estate.
A whole spectrum of people.
And some of it is I just don't know what all of them do. I know there are a couple of business owners, retired business owners. It just depends on where they are in their life story. There's a guy that has his own insurance company. So,
Do any of them actually sing like maybe with a church choir on Sundays?
Yeah, a few of them do.
Or maybe that inspired them to do that?
It could be. I know that, or maybe they sang in church choir. They wanted more singing experience that's year-round, because a lot of times the church choirs don't meet over the summer. I know we have guys that sing in other choruses, some mixed choruses. One or two guys sings with a shape note group, which is an historical type of singing. I sing in it because I want to direct and sing. I sing in another barbershop chorus in the area. A lot of guys do a lot of music in that group.
What if members of the audience would love to participate in this, but they're really kind of concerned that the only way they can carry a tune is in like a wheelbarrow,
Well, the great thing is we have not, we talked about bringing in outside coaching, but we have an internal coach as well. The guy's name's Paul Eastman, and he's been with the chorus for a long time. He's been in barbershopping for quite a long time, and he is actually our internal coach. So he'll work with the guys. Even if you think you're a great singer, you can always improve. So he works with individuals or small groups during the rehearsal. They'll go out and work with him and to improve their individual singing.
Great answer, thanks. Jerry, what is the Barbershop Society, the Barbershop Harmony Society? What is that?
It's a body. They're chartered with trying to maintain and preserve the barbershop technique, the barbershop genre. And so for us, what they do is they provide some of the infrastructure that we can't provide for ourselves. For instance, when there's contests, they provide the judges, they provide the standards, they provide a harmony college where they do some teaching of technique and teaching of the coaches and teaching of the directors and the judges themselves. They also have a large repository of music. And so when we want to get some music and we want to find out which ones would go well in contests, they have a huge assemblage of not only music, but they also have links to arrangers that can do custom arrangements for us. And we're excited that we've taken part in some of that this next year, is some custom arrangements.
Well, you're a wealth of knowledge almost as much as the old timer here. How long have you been involved?
4 years only, but wow. People are very free with their knowledge. Paul Eastman, Sean, there's some guys that have been champion quartets in the past. They've also, at different levels, they're extremely open with their information.
Any stories that you've got from the last, 1,500 days of being involved with this that you can remember that the audience might want to hear? Some crazy stories or interesting tidbits?
Yeah, I mean, we have vocal clinics where people come together, and we had just won a regional contest, and we thought, gee, it's a good idea to share some of what we know with the community. And so we opened our doors to teach the community how to sing, anybody that wanted to learn. And people came out, and for the final exam, what they got a chance to do was to sing an 8-part harmony with two championship quartets, and or 2 championship choruses on risers, and it was such a thrill. I mean, there was a fear factor for everybody because the first time that it actually all came together with everybody was when we performed it.
That's cool. They had a great time.
Everybody did. Even the ones that were practiced, the directors had not put the full assemblage of people together until it was on stage performing.
I think we had 110 people altogether.
Wow.
And we had a ladies' chorus, a men's chorus, and then about 35 guests.
So there were the guests participating? Or
yeah, they sang. They learned the song with us.
That's awesome. So you guys rehearse at a church in Sunnyvale?
Mm-hmm. It's
on Thursday nights?
Yep, the First United Methodist Church. It's at 535 Old San Francisco Road. It's pretty easy to get to.
That's pretty cool.
If I could interject, our rehearsal time is at 7:30. So if anybody wants to come by, that's a great time to come by at 7:30.
After work, yeah. Unless you're like a software guy who works 24/7.
You got to find time for it.
That's right.
Absolutely. Carve out the time.
That's right.
So you guys are a registered 501c3 organization. Why is that?
Well, we're a nonprofit. The whole purpose is it's an education society. So not only do we learn ourselves, we have sent young people to this. There's a youth harmony camp, and we sponsored a couple people to go to that. And so it's more about the broad education in music. Occasionally there'll be some other events. Like I said, the vocal clinic that we do in May, where we bring in people that come in and for free, we teach them how to sing better. We also do, right now we're doing the holiday chorus, which means men that are not members of the chorus can come and sing with us for a couple of rehearsals and do some performances with us. For those, we hold music, so people don't have to memorize all those songs. So it's about education and having a great time singing.
It's awesome. I think it's really unique. I'm glad to have been part of this, to learn more about it. It's quite interesting. So we've got just a few seconds left. How do you guys, besides what we're doing now, how else do you guys outreach to the community, let them know that you guys are there? Do you have anything that you guys do, like throughout the year? I know you guys are doing the competitions and stuff.
Yeah, well, we also do some community things. We sing twice a year at the Palo Alto Farmers Market. We've got that coming up on the 12th. We sing at the Santa Train, and I think that's in Mountain View this time, which is on the 5th. And we're going to sing at the Mountain View Tree Lighting, which is on Monday the 7th or 8th, whatever Monday is.
Awesome.
7th. Monday the 7th.
Thanks, guys. Doing a great job tonight. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being part of a great show. And continued success to you, and continue more members coming in. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. Have a great holiday season.
You too.
You as well.
Thanks.